Okay, you all right, accounting. So at this point, you all should have done calculating hours, overtime and double time, gross pay, tax withholdings, and then at this point, we're going to take all of this and put it together. You have another quiz and Schoology to do to put this all together in one calculations all the way through instead of breaking it down in different sections. Okay. Double time and overtime and gross pay were all in the same video. And apparently I didn't explain that very well. Overtime and double time are just the pay rate. Okay. So if you make, let's look at this real quick. So if you're employee number one and you make $9 an hour, that's your pay rate. Okay. You all can't see this. I just realized. Let me turn this screen on to my screen. Okay. So this right here, you should be able to see the textbook and then my document camera. Okay. So employee number one, 40 hours regular pay at $9 an hour. $9 an hour is the pay rate. Okay. That's just the rate. Okay. A lot of you were doing it right, but for the overtime hours, you would take $9 and multiply it by 1.5, and you would get $13.50. And then you would go ahead and take $13.50 and multiply it by 5 to get $67.50, and you would say that was the pay rate. That's not their pay rate. $67.50 is what they made in overtime pay. $13.50 is the overtime rate. Okay. There was a lot of confusion on that to begin with. And then once I re-explained it, you all figured it out. That was probably my fault for not explaining that a little better. And then after what you all were doing, where you were taking everything and multiplying it together. So once you take $13.50 and multiply it by 1.5, $67.50 is the gross amount of overtime that you got paid. And you add $67.50 to $360 and you get $427.50, which is your gross pay. Maybe that makes a little more sense. Most of you, all of you that texted me or emailed me were just lumping it all together, and you weren't breaking off this part right here. So these are just the rates. So $9 an hour is the regular rate, and $13.50 is an overtime rate. The rest of this over here is gross pay. Okay, and you all did great on that part. We didn't have any issues there. Okay, so let's take this and let's look at all this as one whole big thing. Okay, one whole unit, one whole problem. All right. In your textbook, if you're, sorry, I had a notification come up about this meet and I don't really know what it means. Okay, if you are in your textbook, we're going down here to, I think it's 13.3. Yeah. So it's 326. That's the page that we're going to work on. I'm going to do work together with you. Okay. And then you have the on your own, only number 7. Okay. So we are only doing number 4. I'm only going to do number 4 with you. And then you're only going to do number 7. Okay. 8 and 9, I don't know that we're going to tackle on virtual. Okay. It's a little more in depth. So we're just worried about number 4 and number 7, and I'll mark that in the quiz. Okay. So let's look at number 4. Complete the payroll register entries for Judy Hensley and Mike McCune for semi-monthly pay period ending July 5th, 2020. Okay. Use the tax tables shown on 318 and 319. I've also put those in the quiz on Schoology, so you don't have to have more than one window open. they'll be there. The tax rate for Social Security is the same as we had used before, 6.5%. And for Medicare, it's the same, also 1.5%. Neither employee reached the tax base, and we didn't talk about that. It doesn't really matter at this point because they didn't reach it. And each employee withheld $60 for health insurance and $15 for a savings bond per pay period. So that's per check. Okay. So I'm going to, work together preparing payroll records 326. Okay. So you're going to be given how much they have already made. All right. We're going to start with Judy. Okay. We're going to work with Judy first. Hey, whoever joined, I can't see you right now. You should be able to see my screen though. So we're going to keep going with the looking at my screen. At least I think you can see my screen. Okay. We're going to work with Judy right here. Okay. Judy Hensley. We're going to fill this whole entire problem out for her. All right. Judy Hensley. Okay. Judy Hensley is married, and she has 2 allowances. Okay. That will come in handy on the tax table. Okay. When we figure out how much federal tax is withheld. Judy made $1,040 regular pay. Okay. And she made $39 in overtime. Okay. The first thing that we have to do is find how much Judy Hensley made total. Okay. So we take 1,040 and add 39 to it. $1,040 plus 39. Judy Hensley made $1,079 even for this pay period. So that's her gross pay. $1,079. Okay. To figure out the next step, I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at right here. Okay. This is what you would have if you were at school. Okay, but since we're not at school, I didn't give you all this, and there was no good way to give it to you. Okay. So they gave us regular and overtime. We just found Judy's total. Then we're gonna find federal income, Social Security, Medicare, health insurance, other withholdings. We'll talk about that in a minute. Total withholdings, net pay. Okay. There's a lot that goes on right here. We've done all of this. It's just a lot when you put it all together. Okay. So Judy Hensley, we need to know how much federal income tax was withheld. Okay. So let's do withholdings. Okay. And we're going to do federal, Social Security, Medicare. Okay. All right. To find federal withholdings, how do we find federal withholdings? We need right here tax withholding tables on 318 and 319. Okay. To make the video a little bit easier for you all to watch and look at, I have printed these out. Okay. Remember, there's 2. There's one for single persons and there's one for married persons. Judy Hensley is married right here. Okay. So we need this table. All right. Okay. Judy made $1,079. Okay. So let's look at this. Where's my ruler? Right here. All right. Judy made $1,079. So we look at the at least column, and this still may be too small for you all to see. Okay. So Judy made $1,079 as her gross pay. So we look at least 1,060, 1,080. Okay. Well, she didn't make 1,080. She made 1,079. Okay. So we have to go back here. She made at least 1,060, but less than 1,080. Okay. That is terrible picture quality, I know, but I hope you get the concept. Okay. She made at least 1,060, but less than 1,080. Okay. She has 2 allowances. Okay. So if we follow this over here, we follow this along here, and this column for 2 down to where Judy is. I thought maybe that would clear up a little bit, but it's not going to. Okay. Across and down. Okay. Her federal withholdings are $87. You just take my word for it. Okay. Here, maybe I can show y'all in the book a little bit easier. Since it's on the screen. Okay. Married persons. This is a little bit easier to see. Okay. So I don't have a ruler this time to show y'all on the screen, but we can look right here. So Judy made, let's get rid of this so we can look at our papers. Judy made $1,079. So we're looking 1,060. She made at least 1,060, but she made less than 1,080, which is what we qualify. Okay. She has 2 withholdings. So you got to follow this line across. And then this is the 2 withholdings column. Okay. So she made 87, or she didn't make, she had $87 withheld in federal income tax. Okay. $87. Okay. Social Security. Let's go back down here to our question that we're looking at. Let's see here. Which one is it? Too far. $326 right here. All right. 326. Okay. So we found the tax withholdings right here. We're going to find Social Security. Social Security is found by multiplying 6.5% by the gross pay. 1,079 over here in your calculator times 0.65. Nope. 0.065. Sorry, my bad. 1,079 times 0.065. $70.135. Well, that's technically not 135 cents. It's 14 because that 5 makes that 3 round up to the 4. Okay. So 1,079 times 0.065 equals 70.135 equals 70.14. $70.14 withheld in Social Security tax. Okay. The next thing on the table, okay, is Medicare. Medicare tax is found by multiplying 1.5% by the gross pay. So 1,079 times 0.015 equals, I have no idea. 1,079 times 0.015, 16,185. Okay, equals 16,185 equals $16.19. Because that 5 makes that 8 round to a 9. Okay. All right. So we have found federal, Social Security, and Medicare tax. That's what we just did. That was the last quiz that you should have taken, was finding all 3 of those withholdings. Okay. Healthcare insurance. It tells us in number 4, each employee withheld $60 for health insurance. Okay. So we're going to add that down here. Health insurance. $60. Okay. And then they also withheld $15 right here for a savings bond. Okay. We're going to just classify that as other. Okay. $15. All right. Now, you could take this and figure out the net pay at this point, which is what we're fixing to do. Let me zoom this back out so we got room to write. Okay. Withholdings. The book has you add their withholdings together, which is fine. Okay. So we have 87, 70, 14, $16.19, $60, and $15 that we have to add together. Okay. $87 plus 70, 14 plus 16, 19 plus 60 plus 15. Judy Hensley had $248.33 withheld out of her paycheck. $248.33. Okay. That's a key number. Total withheld. How can I not get that? There we go. Okay. Total withheld. Now, how do we figure out the net pay for Judy Hensley? Well, we take her gross pay minus withholdings equals net pay. Okay. Judy's gross pay was $1,079 minus $248.33. So let's write this down. Gross pay minus gross pay minus total withholdings equals net pay. That's your formula, okay, to find net pay. All right. Gross pay was what? $1,079. Minus, what's our total withholdings? $248.33 equals $830.67. $830.67 is what gets deposited into Judy Hensley's bank account. That's what she gets to spend. She gets to live on $830.67 for 2 weeks or however long, whenever her next paycheck is, however her employer has it set up. Okay. Does that make sense? If that doesn't make sense, I need you to email me or text me where you got lost at. Okay. So that we can figure it out before you take your putting it all together quiz. Okay. All right. Let's look at Mike. Okay. Mike. Let me get this out of the way. So I don't hold on top of it. Okay. This is Mike McCune. Mike is single. He has one allowance. Okay. We know we are given on our paper right here. Okay. We are given that Mike worked or he earned $920 in regular pay. And he earned 51.75 in overtime. Okay. All right. We have to figure out Mike McCune's gross pay. Mike McCune's gross pay is his regular pay and his overtime pay added together, which should equal 920 plus 51.75, 971.75. Okay. That's his gross pay. Okay. Now, let's look at tax tables. Let's see if I can do this on here this time. Those numbers are a little bit bigger. Okay. Remember that Mike is single. Okay. So we have the single person's tax table out. All right. And he made $971. So let's look right here. He made at least 971. So there is no 970 or 971. So we have to go at least 960, but less than 980. Okay. 971 falls between 960 and 980. Okay. And he has one allowance. Okay. So one down to the ruler. He has federal income tax in the amount of $112 withheld from his paycheck. Okay. So let's do this. Withholdings. Federal. Social Security. Medicare. Okay. We just found his federal income tax withholding amount to be $112. Now we have to find on our table, remember our table that we've got going on, okay? We found federal. Now we got to find social and Medicare, all right? Social Security tax is found by multiplying how much? 6.5%. Okay. 971.75 is his gross pay times 0.065. He has $63.16 withheld. 63.16, because that 3 on the calculator doesn't move that 6 up or down. It just stays a 6. Okay. Medicare, 971.75 times 0.015 for Medicare. He has $14.58 withheld. $14.58. Okay. All right. Now, look back at your problem. Each employee withholds $60 for health insurance and $15 for the savings bond, just like Judy did. Okay. Health insurance, 60, and remember, I'm calling the bond other, 15. Okay. Let's highlight these, just like we did before. We have all of our withholdings together. All right. We have 112 federal, 63.16 Social Security, and $14.58 for Medicare, $60 for our health insurance, and $15 for the savings bond. Okay. What's our total withholdings? Total withholdings. Let's see. 112 plus 63.16 plus 14.58 plus 60 plus 15. 264.74. Okay. So we have that much withheld out of our check. Okay. Now, next step, net pay. Remember, gross pay minus total withheld equals, whoops, net pay. Okay. So our gross pay for Mike is $971.75. Minus our total withholdings, 264.74, 971.75 minus 264.74. Mike gets a net pay of $707 and 1 penny. Okay. Mike takes home, he gets deposited to his bank account $707 and 1 penny. Okay. That's what he gets to live on for 2 weeks or however long until their next paycheck. Okay. Does this make sense again? Okay. It's the same thing as Judy's, and I tried to make them identical so that you could follow along. Okay. And I will scan these and post them to Schoology for you. Okay. For you to look at and reference back if you need to. All right. It's a lot of adding and calculating and looking at the book for the payroll for the tax withholdings. But it's not necessarily difficult. It's just a lot of numbers. Okay. All right, let's look at the Schoology quiz. Okay. And get rid of this. I have to leave that up just in case. Okay. NTI days. This is going to be in week 5. All right. I'm not publishing this until tomorrow. Okay. So you have a whole day to watch this video and look at it and get it in your head. Okay. This will be tomorrow's assignment, but let's go ahead and look at it in the video. All right. Fill out the form to practice completing a full payroll record. I've given you the regular pay and the overtime pay. You don't have to calculate any hours. Okay. Awesome. Okay. What you're going to do is find the total gross pay, which is adding regular and overtime together. And then you're going to find federal income tax, Social Security tax, Medicare tax, and any additional withholdings. Okay. These are your health care and your savings bonds. Okay. If the employee has any held out, you're going to have to read in the table to see how much and who has what held out. Okay. Once all your withholdings are found, add them together just like we did in the example. Okay. Subtract the total withholdings from the total gross pay to find net pay. Okay. This is the same as before. Okay. Everything has a validated response. The only thing different, 1,025.36, you're not going to type the comma. Okay. You're just going to type 1025.36. Okay. Don't separate the 1,000. Don't separate the 1 with the comma. Okay. That's the only big difference. Okay. Okay, here's your question. I have read the instructions above and I have watched the video for the previous lessons and I am able to accurately complete each of the previous quizzes. Okay, here's the video links for each one. I'll post this one in there also if you need to go back and watch it just as a refresher. And then here's your employee information. All right. Gary Eubanks is married. He has 3 allowances. He earned $1,024 and $76.80 in overtime. He holds out $50 for insurance, and he holds out $20 in additional withholdings. Okay. Here's your tax tables, and then here's all your questions. All right. I've given you some hints in the questions that I think you might struggle with. All right. Some of these, employee number 8 had their health insurance held out in the amount of what? Well, just go back up here and look. Okay. Health insurance, $50. I've almost given you that answer. Additional withholdings in the amount of what? Well, go back up here and look again. 20. All right. Okay. Add federal, social, medical. Let's start over. Add federal, social, Medicare, health insurance, and any additionals together. What do you get? Put it right there. After all the calculations for withholdings, okay, what's your net pay? Gross pay minus total withholdings. Gross pay is up here. Had total earnings in the amount of blank. It's that one minus. So this is going to be question number 2's answer minus question number 8's answer equals net pay, which will be question number 9's answer. Okay. So they all link together, hopefully in a sense that makes, or hopefully in a way that makes sense to you. Okay. I tried to lay it out the exact same way that we just did the example. Okay. And you don't even need your textbook open for this because I've given you all the information right here that you would find on your own part. Okay. You don't even have to have this open anymore. You can just solely work in Schoology. Okay. Same thing for employee number 15. Okay. Same concept, same exact questions. All right. Um, I don't have anything else to tell you all over this. I'm pretty sure you can do it. I know you can do it. I'm not pretty sure. I know you can do it. It's just a lot of numbers and a lot of multiplying and adding together. It is very, very important that you add and subtract accurately. If you are off by 1 penny, Schoology is going to count it wrong. Okay. Um, I have no way of going in and telling it to give you a 5 cents allowance either way. It just has the right answer. Okay. So it is imperative that you add and subtract the right way. Okay. Um, make sure that you're not hitting extra keys or doing adding someone you're supposed to subtract. Okay. It's imperative that you do it and you get the right answer. Okay. And it's spot on. All right. If you have any questions, let me know and we'll figure it out. Even if you have a question in the middle of the quiz, just text me. There's no time limit. Say, hey, I'm working on question number, um, whatever, question number 13, and I don't know how to, I forgot how to figure out the Medicare tax. Okay. Even though I've told you the answer. All right. Text me. I don't care. It's not a test. Text me. I'll help you. Okay. I did give you 3 attempts on this. So if you do one and you fail it, do it again. And if you still don't like it, try it again. Okay. But maybe before you keep trying, let's talk about it if you're getting scores that you don't like. Okay. All right. You know how to find me. Email me, text me. This will open tomorrow. And then let's see, tomorrow's Wednesday. We might have something on Thursday, probably not. And then Friday, I'm going to go through and update grades again. Okay. So this is probably going to be the biggest thing that you have to do this week is this assignment. All right. If you need me, please reach out and I will help you. All right. All right. Have a good day.